Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I thought for this one I'd do another story time with Patrick. This one about one of the worst dates I'd say I've ever been on. So sit down, relax, and enjoy the wonderful story I'm about to tell you. So this one starts with a guy I was talking to online on a dating site. This was one of the more, I call them serious dating sites, the ones more where it's for long term and it's more serious people on this website or on this app. So we agreed to meet up for dinner. I had never done dinner before with any date in the past, but thought, hey, why not? This guy seems nice, and we'd go from there. So we decided to meet downtown and at a corner by a restaurant. So we meet up. However, it's about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, so it's a little too early to go for dinner. So we're just awkwardly walking around. The guy showed up in a Nintendo t-shirt. Now, I'm not one to judge on clothing, because, I don't have the best of clothing myself sometimes, but the Nintendo t-shirt for a first date, and it was a little dirty, was a little much for me. So we were just awkwardly walking around. He's way taller than me. And we decide to go to this place. It was a bubble tea place, actually. And it was my second time ever being at this bubble tea place. So we grab our drinks, we sit down, and that's when the awkwardness started. I ask him how he's doing. He says he's doing good. And he goes, how about you? I said, I'm doing good too. And then he just sat there awkwardly. And then I went, I'm not the greatest at this, so let's just start, because I'm awkward, and when I'm awkward, I point out how awkward the situation is. So I just went, what kind of movies do you like? And he'd go, oh, well, I like this kind, this kind, this kind. But then I'm not really a fan of this. And I'm like, oh, very interesting. Yeah, I can understand that. And then he'd go, yeah. What about you? And I was like, yeah, well, I like this. Not a fan of this, but, a bit of a fan like that. But I also like TV a lot. What kind of TV are you interested in? And it just kept going like that, back and forth. He never could ask his own questions. I always had to prompt the question, and then he'd just ask me the same question back. So I should have known from right then to just stop the date and end it there. But for some reason, I felt awkward, and I felt the need that we needed to go out for dinner. So we left, and we're walking, and now I'm walking, and he's walking slightly behind me, because I'm just on a mission to get this done and over with. So I asked him, where would you like to go eat? He's like, well, I don't know. I'm not sure. What are you thinking? And I said, well, I really don't care where we go eat. We could go here, we could go there. Oh, well, I don't know. So I'm like, all right, we're going to Lone Star. So we went to Lone Star. We walk in, we sit down, and the waitress comes over. No, it was a waiter. The waiter comes over, he goes, hey guys, welcome, explains the menu, says how they're famous for their fajitas, and if we have any questions, just let him know. He walks away. So the date goes, I wasn't listening. What did he say is good? And I'm annoyed now. So I pull out the menu, and I'm like, okay, so he said, this is what they have, this is what they also have, this is what they say they're famous for. He's like, oh, okay. And I feel bad now because I'm just angry and annoyed. And now I feel like I'm just being rude for no reason. So we're going through the menu, and he goes, so what do you think you're getting? And I said, well, I'm probably going to get quesadillas. How about you? He goes, oh, I don't know yet. I'm not sure. He was very indecisive. And the conversation had died by that point. We're literally sitting in silence now. So the waiter comes back to take our orders, and he asks me first. So I said, well, I'm going to have the quesadillas with chicken. He goes, okay, great. Did you want any beans? No beans for me, thanks. Then he turns to my date, and he goes, and how about you? And my date goes, I'll also have the quesadillas. with chicken with no beans. Are you serious? The menu's like so many items and you get the exact same thing as me? Who does that? Anyways, it's not a big deal, but it takes our order and we're on our way, waiting for our meal. We're literally sitting in silence. I'm looking at the TV. I don't even know what to say anymore. And then it gets so awkward that I just go, so, this was about around the time of Harambe. So I went, so, what's the whole deal with the ape and the baby story? What's that about? Do you know about it? Maybe you can tell me. And I sat there while he told me the story in the news. Yeah. So our food gets there. We start eating. Literally hardly any conversation. It's silence. And then the dinner is done. And the waiter comes back and he goes, so, any dessert? I literally look at my date and I go, I'm okay, but if you want something, you can have it. And, wow, Patrick. And he goes, no, I think I'm good, thanks, just the bill. And the waiter goes, okay, together or separate? I go, separate! So he brings us our bills. We pay, and while I'm paying, I end up flirting with the waiter because that's how angry I was, and the waiter was super nice. So that happened. And then the waiter now leaves. We've paid our bills. I look at my date and I go, well, it was nice meeting you. I have to go now. And I got up and walked away and left him at the table. But then for some reason in my head, I stopped at the front door because I saw he was coming. And I held the door open and I said, see, I can still be nice though and hold the door open for you. Oh my goodness, how awkward is that? He walks through and then I just stand there. He stands there in awkward silence and I go, okay, bye. And I walk the other way and leave. And we never spoke again. Yeah, that happened. Yeah, I have no words. I don't even know what to say. So I hope you guys like this awkward story about one of the worst dates I've ever been on. I've had some other worst dates, but that one was just awkward and all awkwardness together. I hope you guys like the story. Like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.